Hello, everybody, and welcome on into Mounties Midweek. I'm Drew Patrick. On this episode, we review both basketball teams' home openers, and we announce that more Mountaineers have postseason honors. Plus, we move on to round number 2 in play of the fall. The Mansfield men's basketball team had their home opener Wednesday, November 13th, as they welcomed Frostburg State. It was a back-and-forth game, 4 points separating the teams, and at the end of the half, Jameer Green did this. The buzzer beater. The Mansfield Mountaineers only trailed by 2 points, and at that point of the game. The Mountaineers continued to play back-and-forth basketball until the final 2 minutes of the game when the Bobcats pulled away and beat the Mounties by a final score of 85-77. The Mounties fall to 1-2 on the season and will face Nyack College Tuesday before a PSAC crossover play gets started with Seton Hill and California over the weekend. The women's basketball team had their crack at Frostburg State on Friday for their home opener. Kira Merritt was on fire in the first quarter, hitting all 4 of her 3-point shots and leading the way for the Mountaineers, and Jasmine Hilton continued an incredible freshman year as she had 15 points and was Mansfield's leading scorer. The Mounties get the win by a score of 62-53. The team improves to 2-1 on the year and also faces Nyack College Tuesday before getting their PSAC crossover play matches with Seton Hill and California on Saturday and Sunday. After producing the most regular season wins in program history this past year, the Mansfield Sprint football team was awarded 11 All-CSFL selections, headlined by 7 first-team members and newcomer of the year Terrence Quaker. Quaker was named to the first team recognition as a kick returner and was joined by David Butler at running back, Dante Teresi at offensive line, Chase Mosier at defensive line, Matt Roberts at linebacker, and DeJuan Bowie at defensive back on the first team. Senior Andrew Schwank was named to the second team All-CSFL, and Sam Tillman, John Rogers, and Kane Berger were all CSFL honorable mention. Terrence Quaker becomes the 3rd straight Mountaineer to bring home Newcomer of the Year, and congratulations to the Mountaineer Sprint football team on their incredible accomplishments. The Mansfield University baseball team will host 5 sessions of its holiday baseball clinic this year, including a mini camp option for those seeking a more intensified experience. Those will be held on December 28th and 29th. A long-time stocking stuffer tradition, the 5 sessions are broken down into age groups from 5 and 6-year-old, 7 and 8-year-old, 9 through 11, and 12 through 14. Registration for all clinics will be held in Decker Gymnasium. For more information, head over to gomounties.com. Now let's take a look at what else is coming up this week for Mountaineer Athletics.
Welcome to Forever, man. Let's go. Come on. It's forever. No surrender. Yeah. You know that this right here forever. And there will be no surrender.
Do not go anywhere. We talk with Terrence Quaker, plus we break down every single play of the fall matchup when we come back. Stay right here.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
Get in the way and disrupt the situation.
Notify an authority.
Or walk them home safely.
We can change the language around rape.
We can make campuses safer for our teammates, our friends, and our classmates.
We cannot be bystanders.
Taking action isn't always easy, but it's on us
to intervene.
because we can. Learn more and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
UPMC is a visionary hospital, cutting-edge research, all of the exciting things out on the edge of medicine.
There's a challenge every day, and there's the potential to help. When given the opportunity to make a difference in someone's life, that's a tremendous feeling.
UPMC's interest in bringing the best there is in the science and research and bringing that bench side to the bedside is what makes a huge difference.
Life-changing medicine is not only medical treatment or surgical treatment, but giving patients hope.
Welcome back here to Mounties Midweek. Joining me at the desk now is the CSFL newcomer of the year, Terrence Quaker. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
So let's talk about that. This year, your first year here, and you made enough of an impression on the conference to get that award. What does that mean to you?
I mean, it means a lot to me coming, Mansfield winning it, I think, for the third year in a row now, I think. So it's pretty special to continue that trend. And, I mean, I got to give all my teammates and, coaches credit for, being out there every single day and pushing me. So, I mean, it's a great feeling. I mean, I didn't expect it, but, I'm blessed to have it.
Absolutely. I think you're right. At this point, we can start calling it a tradition when you're three times in a row of a newcomer of the year. So let's talk about this year, your first year, and you were thrown into a lot of different roles, coming from West Perry and now at the cornerback spot and a kick returner spot. Let's start with defensively. What were some of the biggest adjustments you saw from the high school to the collegiate level?
I think some of the biggest adjustments was definitely the speed, because I think in high school, usually, when you're going against some teams, there's like a few fast guys, and then in this league, everyone's fast. So, you got to keep that in mind. So it was definitely a big adjustment learning that.
And then kick returning, you really stood out. You're also the kick returner of the year. So adding on to your awards there, what were the keys to the success in the return game?
So when I'm returning, I rely on setting up my blocks and just what my vision's telling me. So I'll get my body angling the one way and then I'll go back the other way depending on what my vision sees. So I just rely a lot on what I'm seeing.
And then along with that, in terms of not really a kick return, but you ran a couple of fake punts.
I did.
For scores this year. How valuable, and I'll have you put value on yourself here, how valuable do you think that is to your team, the fact that you have the ability to give them those plays off of a punt situation?
Oh, man, I think it's huge because, it's nothing new to me because in high school I was a punter and we always rugby punted. So every time I caught the punt in high school, I had the option to either kick or, run it in. It was no different here. I was just at, an up back position. And I think it was just a huge advantage knowing, going in for the defense that was, scouting us, are they going to punt it or are they going to fake it? It keeps them, thinking and scattered around the field, so it keeps them honest.
Yeah, absolutely. They have to prepare for that.
Yeah.
And you're able to turn that into scores a couple of times. So let's talk about this year as a whole and being able to be a part of the most successful sprint football program here. What does that fact mean to you?
I mean, it's great, coming in and already being, making history. We beat Cornell for the first time. We were playing for a division championship and a shot to, go to the championship. And it was really cool. And I know, at least my class and some of the classes in front of us are really excited for next year of what we can bring to the table.
And exactly that, let's talk about next year in terms of what can you take from this year and the highs, the lows from this year that are going to help you guys next year.
I think we can, keep building on some of the success we had, but, just thinking about, that last game we had against Army, 10-7 at half, and then, they blew it open the second half. So, I think we're all just kind of keeping that in the back of our minds, come around the season, we're going to think about that. And, we want to be sitting at the top and, not third place and just almost making it. We want to be the one.
Absolutely. Now, I also have to ask, because not only are you a football athlete here on campus, but you're also a track athlete here on campus. So you are getting prepared for indoor season now. Yeah. What are the challenges, I guess, of flipping that switch from football mode to track mode?
Definitely some of the challenges are, practice schedules are a little different, but also the indoor guys have already been running since the start of the school year. So I'm a tiny bit behind, but I'm not too far behind because we did a lot of conditioning in football. But it's just the adjustment, getting, my stance in the blocks and stuff set and just stuff like that. Just little things that, make the difference whenever you're running a race.
So there are people who don't really, they see sprinters and don't know really all the fundamental things that go into it and don't truthfully, and I'm trying not to insult anyone, but truthfully don't know the difference between running in pads and sprinting in pads and going out there and sprinting from the blocks. What are those subtle differences or not so subtle differences between the two?
So I'd say the only difference is in the pads, I think you're a little bit slower in the pads because, you got a few things weighing you down and, there's always lots of, guys hitting you and stuff. But I think during sprinting, it's a little different because I get nervous sometimes because, it's just all on you, you know what I mean? There's no way about it. You don't got 10 other guys out there, helping you out. It's just you. It's either, I'm going to put down a good time or, I'm not, so.
Absolutely. We're definitely looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Well, we have more with Terrence here as we will break down your play up for Play of the Fall right now. So don't you go anywhere. Mounties Midweek will continue after this.
UPMC is a visionary hospital, cutting-edge research, all of the exciting things out on the edge of medicine.
There's a challenge every day, and there's the potential to help. When given the opportunity to make a difference in someone's life, that's a tremendous feeling.
UPMC's interest in bringing the best there is in the science and research and bringing that bench side to the bedside is what makes a huge difference.
Life-changing medicine is not only medical treatment or surgical treatment, but giving patients hope.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
Welcome back here. Let's continue to break down Play of the Fall plays. And joining us once again is Terrence Quaker to break down his play. Last week, it was a battle between teammates as Terrence took down his teammate John Rogers in the first round of Play of the Fall with this kick return here. And let's talk about it. It was early on in the season. It was Luma. It was a big event.
It was a big event.
Let's just walk through this right here.
So whenever I fielded the second one, because I fielded a kick before this, it was the first drive of the game, and I about got to like midfield, and there was one guy, and I almost broke it, and I just kind of felt it that game. I was like, all right, these guys aren't running down there as hard and fast as other teams do. I was like, this is going to be the game where, you know, I can bust one through.
So right here, as we have a little blur there, but you're too fast for the camera, man.
I know, just
but right here, you see this hole develop right in front of you.
Yeah.
And then it was really just one cut. You have one guy here, but what was it about this? Was this the setup play? It was a punt too. It was right after a safety.
Yeah, it was.
So you caught it.
So yeah, whenever I fielded it, if you go back right to there, I was setting the people running down. I was running this way, and then I gave one plan, and then the cutback lane was right there, and it was just a lane where I had a wall of blockers, and then after that, I just had to make one move on the kicker, and you know, it was just gone. Yeah.
And then that sprint speed sure came into play there at the very end of that, and the sprinters.
Yeah.
March in front of that.
Had to continue that from high school.
Big play, though, in that game as you guys defensively just got on the board with a safety, but able to continue to put on the points in that game.
Yeah.
Why is this play the play of the fall?
Honestly, I mean, the other plays are really phenomenal. No, like you field hockey girls, you guys got game, but I just think this play should be the one of the fall because, I don't know, I think it's really electrifying and I mean, who doesn't like, 70-yard kickoff returns for touchdowns? I mean, it's awesome.
Absolutely. Big play when you needed it. Well, Terrence, thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, thank you. I appreciate it.
Mounties Midweek continues after this. Do not go anywhere.
From court to court and lane to lane under the lights or under the sun. No one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
Changing medicine is not only medical treatment or surgical treatment, but giving patients hope.
UPMC brings so much to the table. They're just a comprehensive visionary system.
UPMC is innovative and always on the cutting edge of technology.
Defining not only healthcare, but health.
Its expertise, its focus on patients and what is best for patients.
As UPMC, we're able to elevate the standard of care. Just a wonderful opportunity.
Welcome on in. Let's review now our play of the fall plays. And joining us here is Christy Byer. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks for having me.
So let's break down your shootout victory goal. Your shootout here. One-on-one with the goalie.
Boom.
Up and in for the win. Walk me through this. You were saying before we got on air that Coach was asking who's going to take this shot, and you stepped up to volunteer.
Because I think Dana already took one, and unfortunately, I don't think she got it. And then the other girl missed because they started. So then the first girl missed, and coach was like, "Who wants to take the shot?" And she was like, "Michaela, anybody?" And I was like, "I'll take it. Coach, I got it. I'll take the shot. Like, no pressure. I can do it." And she looked at me. She's like, you got it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got it." So then, go in, this happens, and I scored.
So yeah, let's walk through what were you trying to do here, and what ended up working?
Well, I mean, for 1v1s, you kind of have to get the goalie off their angle to get a shot into the cage, which I didn't do that good of a job at, if we're going to be 100% honest. I kind of pulled too far, but the goalie went down, so then I saw that she was down, so, like, in my head, I'm screaming at myself, like, lift the ball in the back of the net, like, get it in the cage. So then, I mean, I lift the ball, it goes over the goalie, and yeah.
And the A+ celebration. By the way, that had to have hurt as soon as you get tackled by literally everyone on the team.
Honestly, I can physically remember my face was smushed against the turf. And I couldn't breathe super well because everyone was on top of me, so my face was smushed in the turf. I think Dana might have been right on top of me, and I could just hear everyone screaming, and I was like, oh, thank God it's over.
Yeah, Dana was the first one to get to you.
Yeah.
And dragged you down, and then everyone else came along. So why is this play, why do you feel that this play should be the play of the fall?
I don't know. I mean, it's a shootout. It's in, double overtime. It was, pretty good goal. The celebration's worthy of play of the fall. Not even the goal itself, just the celebration. I mean, you got to shout out the other Philadelphia girls. Their goals were awesome. And I think it's Terrence Quaker. His is super cool, too. And they had a great season this year. So, I mean, I'd be hyped if I won it, but if anybody won it, I'd be proud of anybody.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for stopping by, and best of luck.
Thank you.
Mounties Midweek continues on after this. Do not go anywhere.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
Get in the way and disrupt the situation.
Notify an authority.
Or walk them home safely.
We can change the language around rape.
We can make campuses safer for our teammates, our friends, and our classmates.
We cannot be bystanders.
Taking action isn't always easy, but it's on us
to intervene.
Because we can. Learn more and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
UPMC is a visionary hospital, cutting-edge research, all of the exciting things out on the edge of medicine.
There's a challenge every day, and there's the potential to help. When given the opportunity to make a difference in someone's life, that's a tremendous feeling.
UPMC's interest in bringing the best there is in the science and research and bringing that bench side to the bedside is what makes a huge difference.
Life-changing medicine is not only medical treatment or surgical treatment, but giving patients hope.
Welcome back here. Let's break down our play of the fall competitors, and let's continue now with Olivia Wagner. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
And let's talk about your goal here, a very important goal on the year. And I think one of the best parts about this is you just kind of sneak behind. No one's there. Everyone gets drawn in the front. You're just waiting there. I love that. So, and that's the goal that not only won the game, but it also clinched playoffs for you. So talk me through this play. You saw the opening here, obviously, but
right.
what were you thinking on this play?
Yeah, so I play midfield, so I just saw the opening and I ran the route up in, and no one was on me. So I was just like, okay, I'm going to stand here. And I called for the ball, and shout out to Dana for giving me an awesome pass. And then I just tipped it in.
Yeah, not even the keeper saw you hanging out back there. Obviously, it's a crucial goal on the year. How does it feel that you are the person who really brought this team into playoffs, the official goal to clinch playoffs right there? What does that mean to you?
I think it's really special to me, and I'm really happy to do it, to take the seniors, because they have been such good mentors to me for this season. So it's just a really special goal, and I'm glad to do it.
And what about this play do you feel makes this the play of the fall?
I think just that it set on our road to playoffs. I mean, it's the first time in a while, so it's really special, especially being a freshman. Shows that the road is bright for the next 4 years.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
And best of luck moving forward.
Thank you.
We continue moving forward. Do not go anywhere. Mounties Midweek is returning after this.
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
Get in the way and disrupt the situation.
Codify an authority.
Or walk them home safely.
We can change the language around rape.
We can make campuses safer for our teammates, our friends, and our classmates.
We cannot be bystanders.
Taking action isn't always easy, but it's on us.
To intervene.
Because we can. Learn more and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
UPMC is a visionary hospital, cutting-edge research, all of the exciting things out on the edge of medicine.
There's a challenge every day, and there's the potential to help. When given the opportunity to make a difference in someone's life, that's a tremendous feeling.
UPMC's interest in bringing the best there is in the science and research and bringing that bench side to the bedside is what makes a huge difference.
Life-changing medicine is not only medical treatment or surgical treatment, but giving patients hope.
Welcome back here to Mounties Midweek. Let's continue to break down our play of the fall plays. And joining us is Meg Griffin to break down her play that is up. And it was your goal here against Seton Hill. And you kind of are hiding here in the frame and just enter and just rocket that one in. So let's talk about this play. Obviously, Dana Evans streaking down the side. Yep. You come open here. What was the goal on this transition to get this?
Well, Coach had been telling me for about my entire career to be more offensive. So normally I hang back a lot farther, but Dana streaks up the sideline, and my job as the high center mid is to come and fill this lane. And I did it for once.
Absolutely, rocket shot. Your career, though, is unique in that fact. You started as a defensive center back and slowly started to move forward.
Yep.
And you get rewarded here. The best part of this, in my mind, is, of course, you're Meg Griffin and the scores against the Griffins. This was your second goal of the game. So you beat your namesake, which is fantastic. But why is this play, out of all of the plays we have, why is this the play of the fall? Why do you think this should be the best play of the fall?
I don't genuinely know that it should be the play of the fall.
I definitely think the other two field hockey goals up are way better. I mean, Liv's clinched playoffs against Bloomsburg, and Christy won in shootouts in overtime, so 10 times cooler than me running and hitting a ball into the cage. Well, the cool part is Dana. Dana is the cool part of this video.
Yeah, Dana there.
Did literally all of the
trying
work.
to draw the foul, I get it.
Yeah.
But hey, it worked out. You ended up putting it back. I'm still giving you credit. It was incredible.
Thank you.
Fantastic goal there, and Meg, thanks for stopping by. Mounties Midweek continues after this. Do not go anywhere.
UPMC is a visionary hospital, cutting-edge research, all of the exciting things out on the edge of medicine.
There's a challenge every day, and there's the potential to help. When given the opportunity to make a difference in someone's life, that's a tremendous feeling.
UPMC's interest in bringing the best there is in the science and research and bringing that bench side to the bedside is what makes a huge difference.
Life-changing medicine is not only medical treatment or surgical treatment, but giving patients hope.
From court to court and lane to lane under the lights or under the sun. No one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
It is round 2 of Play of the Fall. Based on your votes, our first matchup is between Christy Byer and Terrence Quaker. Christy Byer, this one a shootout, pulls it back, lofts it up, and that's your game winner. That one is against Terrence Quaker. His kick return, caught it at the 30, and bye-bye, all the way into the end zone. Which play moves on to the finale? Is it Christy Byer? Is it Terrence Quaker? You vote, you decide. Our second matchup is a pair of teammates going head-to-head, Olivia Wagner and Megan Griffin of the field hockey squad. Let's start Olivia Wagner sneaking behind the defense, gets this one to go in. That's the game-winning, and that game clinched playoffs, so it's a playoff clinching goal for Wagner. That is against this play from earlier in the year. Megan Griffin from off-screen just comes in and absolutely smacks this one into the back of the cage for that goal there. Which one of these fantastic goals moves on to the Play of the Fall finale? You vote, you decide. That's going to do it for us this week. To stay up to date on all things Mountaineer Athletics, head over to GoMounties.com. We're off next week, but we will have Play of the Fall finale on social media for you, so make sure you stay tuned to that. But then we will be back for one final show of the semester the following week. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you then.